put a fucking leash on him?
Welcome to Gorilla Radio Show. Austin.
Wait. We have to. Should we do the intro thing we were gonna do?
Oh, what are we doing?
We're about to open up a whole can of primatology discussion. So sit your candy ass down, because it's monkey time, bitch. Gorilla Radio. Turn that shit to a reasonable volume so as to be considerate of others.
Monkeys go directly to hell. Okay.
Welcome
I think that's enough
to Gorilla Radio Show, everybody. This is a public episode, right?
Yes.
Hell yes. I got my pajamas on.
This is episode 89, right?
I'm so cozy right now.
89.
Last episode was
for those-
A little
episode
bit different
88.
than the 69,
Hold
but
on.
just as
Well,
fun.
yeah, last episode was Austin's favorite episode.
Why are you, dude? Stop getting so fucking cozy.
I gotta
Dude,
be with you.
you're
Nah,
It's
nah, nah,
freaking
this
me
is a-
out.
This is a public service announcement, so I know a lot of y'all at home.
I don't want to be
shitting on
present
you.
anymore.
Guys,
I want to
shut
be
the
a
fuck
sunflower.
up. Y'all be shitting on Utah a little bit too much. This shit right here, Minky Couture, Utah brand. It's the best blanket ever.
What the
It's
fuck is
best
Minky
blanket
Couture?
It's the alright. You ever watch the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City?
No, I haven't watched that.
It's
Greg.
that.
No.
It's the cozy shit they always be wearing. This is a blanket from there. I'm so cozy. I'm cozy.
You
maxing.
love your Mormon ethno state, don't you? You
It's
fucking love
it's
that
made from
ethno
like
state so much.
orphans'
I
eyelashes.
can't even do the hand motion.
They
I'm trying to do it
actually
underneath too much
put
heavy blanket.
minks in a little
In a
hydraulic
blender?
presser
Yeah.
and just and they use the
It
whole
feels
mink
like it.
body.
It feels like it.
All right,
This is
so
sauce.
Zero waste though.
episode
It's zero waste.
89 of Gorilla Radio Show doesn't have a specific topic, rather many small topics.
We're shooting you
comprise
last weekend?
what?
Remember when you and I kissed last weekend, and it was like weirdly, like poetically beautiful in a photograph?
Yeah, by the way, everyone, subscribe
If
to
I
our
was gay,
Patreon. Subscribe to our
That would be on my.
If you
Tinder
subscribe to
profile.
the $10 blackmail tier, you get to see those videos and pictures of me and Greg
Yeah.
kissing. It's
good.
real.
Me and Chandra.
And if you join the Patreon Discord and become friends with us, there's a chance that you might get the invite to my annual Halloween party, folks.
It's a
Where I will
non-zero
kiss you.
chance.
Where
There's
I'll
a
kiss
non-
you.
The chance is not zero.
And let me tell you, if you're not aware,
I'm a
my
good kisser.
Halloween parties are fucking amazing. There's
good
maybe
at
no better Halloween party in the entire country, if not the entire continent of North and South
Well,
America.
I'm thinking there's probably a better one in Mexico City, low key, but like who
Okay,
counts?
because you
Not me.
fucking hate me, Greg? Okay, then next time, how about you fly your pretty ass out to Mexico City, and you fucking party there, alright? You're uninvited from next year's Halloween party.
No, I'll kill myself, dude.
Should have thought about that.
Welcome
before
to
you started talking
episode
about Mexico
89
City.
of Gorilla Radio Show.
How many fucking times are you gonna say welcome to episode 89? They know.
It's so
They're
that I
here.
can get you guys
What
to
is going on,
focus.
you guys? Well, welcome to episode 89 of Gorilla Radio Show.
So this
Today,
episode
we are going
is-
to be talking about the top 10 moments where Greg and Austin have kissed, because there have been at least 10 of those.
No, it was only the one, actually. Not to
No,
disappoint
we've
you.
done
Not just the one. Let's be
Not just the
real.
one. Also, if you subscribe, you can see that I kissed four, man.
We kissed, but I didn't like it. It wasn't gay enough for me.
It wasn't gay enough, but it was gay enough when I did with Austin. Like my
Yeah.
eyes were closed.
Some would say.
It's something about heterosexuals when they get close to each other. They're
I
like
don't think so,
like
dude. I think
magnets. They're
that there's, I think
polarized.
there's a spark between them.
Okay,
I think
so-
if there was nobody else in that room, we would not have stopped there.
That's exactly my point.
You
I
keep
kinda
upping
know
the
it.
ante.
I kind of know it. Yeah, dude, this is gonna have to end with you sucking my dick.
Like
why
the
why
arc
not
of the
you
story
sucking my dick?
I'll suck your dick.
It would be nice. It'd be ticklish.
See, the problem that Austin has is that even though he is a trans man in a straight man's body, in a cis man's body, even, I am so straight. I'm just comfortable being gay with you.
Yeah,
I
sure.
see. Okay, so if you have any thoughts on this past 5 minutes of conversation or anything else related to
back it up,
monkeys or anything like that, I think next episode is a good opportunity to do a voicemail episode. Oh, wait a
no,
minute. No,
actually-
not next episode, because that's when we have the other thing planned, probably.
Yeah,
But
true,
after,
Oh, yeah.
Episode
you should still leave us a voicemail, because we want to get back to doing voicemail episodes.
Yeah,
I
you
think.
got guys. You've got about like 3 weeks to get voicemails in, and the number is on your screen right now. I'm not gonna make Austin do that.
It's on
But
the
the
screen
number
right now.
The number somewhere.
I guess
The
I
number
could
is
do
on the
that,
screen
but it
right
is
now.
803-620-4332. Now,
I want you guys to call in and ask us real questions, okay? I want
Call
you
in and
to-
fart on the phone.
Also,
Don't
here's
do
another
that.
thing. Here's another thing. I want you, if you think that you maybe have like a decent microphone in your house,
Put your pussy on the
feel
phone.
feel free to also send us your questions in audio form to our fucking email. Gorilla Radio
I guess
Show
you could
at
do that.
gmail.com.
I will say, we did get some ominous fucking emails from someone wanting to ask questions to the show. Should I read
We
them?
did?
Yeah.
Yeah, hold
Yes,
on, let me
read
pull
them.
it up.
I just got a question. Just a question.
I need to find. Okay, this is from
Just have a
Ferdinand.
question, Batman.
Ferdinand.
I can't even do my
Ferdin-
bits today. I'm so comfortable.
So, the subject line is evil and intimidating email. It says, "Hello, Gorilla Radio. I'm writing you on behalf of my favorite boy, my beloved ape, Jumbo the alopecia chimp. He's located at Twycross Zoo. He would like to know your opinions on him. Many thanks,
Twycross
me."
Zoo.
And then
he's
immediately followed up, "Hello again, Gorilla Radio. I come to you today with
Not
more
immediately
queries."
followed up. 16 days later.
Oh, yeah, wait, sorry. Yeah, 16 days later, followed up with, "Hello again, Gorilla Radio. I come to you today with more queries. Important
More queries.
queries. Why are there so many AI chimp images? What is it about the humble chimp that tempts people? And similarly, why ape NFTs? What is the allure of the chimp blockchain? The chimp chain, if you will. Goodbye forever." And then immediately follows up with, "Regarding goodbye forever, I lied. Do you enjoy my chimp shoes?" And then there's a
It's honestly a quite good drawing.
there's a drawing of a concept pair of shoes where it's like you put your foot in, and then like where the toe box would be, it's a gorilla or a chimp.
Yeah,
Sorry, a
it's
chimp
like- it's a
opening
slipper.
its mouth like it's like
I'm
biting
gonna do
down on
something
you.
like evil and fucked up real quick.
Yeah,
I think these are great chimp shoes, and if you had not sent it to us, you could have patented it, but Greg is already
we are
actually getting the
stealing it
patent
now,
right
though.
now.
Is the problem?
Yeah, we actually
Greg
already
is
submitted
actually
this
just
to the patent
patenting
No,
it.
I'm doing something even more psychotic, which is I'm pulling the metadata out of this photo to see where this person lives.
I don't think. Can you even do
We're gonna
that?
send a bomb strike to your fucking house.
Yeah, you could do that.
Well, what if the
You could
metadata is
people
stripped?
Can just do things. People, well, maybe they didn't do that. People can just do things.
Oh, they're from fucking England, probably. So Jambo, the hairless chimp, is in Twycross Zoo.
It
Twycross
came
Zoo.
from a Samsung Galaxy A26.
Damn, you broke as fuck, dude.
Well, Ferdinand.
That's
The create date. October 29th at 11:30 and 20 seconds p.m.
well, you know, that
Don't
makes
do
sense.
this to
That's
this
fine.
person. We're reconstructing an image of your asshole.
The image is in like 4K. It's 4,000 by 3060.
Jesus.
Damn, shout out to
because of
Samsung
that
A26.
Samsung. Yeah.
What else can I find out of it? What else
They
can I
got
get
those
out of it?
big ass cameras for no reason. Okay. And I have to apologize really quickly because the glare from my screen is really quite intense, I have to say. Regarding Jumbo the chimp, the alopecia chimp, we've talked about him briefly, haven't we? I mean, at least in passing.
I don't know, but I do think we've talked about Mongo, which is the other alopecia chimp at the Twycross Zoo.
Oh, yeah, there is
Mongo
too.
passed away. He died in 2016, apparently. I think we might have talked about him because he kind of died surprisingly. He died on anesthesia. So I do remember I think we talked about monkey surgeries a while back, and we
do
might have talked
recall
about him
that.
because he died on the anesthesia. He didn't come back up from the anesthetic or whatever it's called. This is from BBC News. reporting from 30th July 2016, in Leicester. How the fuck you say these fuck up English city names? Leicester is the town where Twycross Zoo is. Mongo, age 22, had suffered alopecia and was undergoing a routine health check at Twycross, but failed to come round from the anesthetic.
I know where you live.
He was, I guess, viral from a fight video.
I know where you live.
Greg.
I will not be saying anything else, but I know where you live.
It's crazy, man.
And
Don't.
you did not use the
Apparently, don't email Greg, or else he'll do some crazy shit to you.
Absolutely.
I should
Unhinged
email back
behavior.
just the EXIF data from the picture.
No, don't do that.
Oh, by the way, speaking
Anyway,
of people sending
Stop
us-
interrupting
no, shut up.
Chandran.
Okay, Chandran, you talk, I guess.
Anyway, Mongo was under anesthetics because they were investigating his big ass fuck pouch.
Yeah,
under
he
his
did have
chin.
that big ass
Yeah, that
gross
big air. They
throat
called it an
pouch.
air sac on BBC News. Is that what that's called? Do you know what an air sac is, Austin?
It's the thing in your thorax. It's the
I mean, most chimps don't have that, but a lot of chimps can get these weird fat deposits in like random places on their body. And
yeah, they're called lipomas. I've been watching a lot of Dr. Pimple Popper.
is that what they are?
It's called a lipoma, yeah.
Hold on, let me.
He's fucking fact checking me right now, dude. Look at me. Do I not look trustworthy to you?
No, I'm trying to see. No, yeah,
So, from the Chimp Sanctuary Northwest.
Right, I
they
think
write
there's
this
like
is
a-
laryngitis sac that they use for vocalizations. It's like, you know, it's
but
like
it's normally not that big.
no, yeah, it's not supposed to be that big. That's why they put
Normally
him
it's
under
way
anesthetics to
smaller,
go
I'm
dig in
sorry.
there and see what was wrong.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Normally it's way smaller. I'm sorry.
Watch out, very big dog was here. Beware, you are entering giant monkey territory. What is this? I'm on the Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest article about Dizzy with Excitement. And there's just
that's the
some
other thing I
fun
wanted to
signs
say,
in here.
you goofballs. So I've been doing
I'm
this
the
thing
goofball.
lately.
I don't fucking
I've been
believe you,
doing this
asshole.
thing
I'm not
lately
a
where I
goofball.
go into the Gorilla Radio Show Twitter and I pick a random person who's DM requested us and I respond, no matter how long it's been. So like recently I responded to somebody who sent us a DM like 3 years ago, and I updated them on my life because they were asking what happened after I got laid off the first time, and so I just filled them in on the last 3 years. I was like, "Yo, man. It gets
Awesome.
worse." We
Okay,
should-
yeah, I don't know.
I want people to send me questions. Send us real questions. And I'm
Well,
gonna be honest, you know what? We need to
Ferdinand
branch out
asked
and be
us
more
a real
useful.
question, and we
Yeah,
haven't
we're
answered
trying
it
to
yet.
respond to people, Greg.
Ferdinand. What a name.
Greg says, send me questions. Also, Greg, when you send him questions, I know where you fucking live. I'm gonna kill you.
Don't send me pictures, you idiots.
My final. or
Okay,
use a
I
metadata
just
descriptor.
like to clarify. I don't know if it's always lipoma in chimpanzees. Like, I swear to God, I might be getting my wires crossed here, but like, think there's like some chimps with big old fat deposits around their body that aren't
Those
just
are
been.
fucking lipomas.
No, that's a different thing. That's like a benign tumor.
Are these not benign?
A lipoma.
They
is a benign
aren't
tumor.
tumors though. They're just
That's
like
what I'm saying.
actual deposits of fat.
Yeah, but lipomas are not tumors.
Yes.
According to Gemini, they are. According to Google AI, they are.
Can you get off of that shit? It's gonna give you the polymarket odds on that
According
shit
to
starting tomorrow.
Oxford English Dictionary,
Thank
it's a
you.
benign tumor of fatty
Thank
tissue.
you. I'll believe that.
Well, I guess that's all. That's the same thing if it's just a benign tumor of fatty tissue. But I don't know, man. I don't know the exact term.
He
We're
just has to be right about the monkeys. He will not let anybody else have an answer about the monkeys, folks.
No, I'm just
I think I
trying to
was
because I googled it and I'm not seeing any pictures of what I'm thinking of.
I had a dog who was covered in fatty tumors before she died. Does that
Okay.
help?
Not really.
Rip Salem.
Were you? No, I'm
1999
not going to make that
to
joke. That was a fucked up weird
2017.
joke. I'm
Well,
glad I stopped myself there.
Rip Salem.
Okay. So back to where we were. Yeah, I don't know why the fuck he had that big ass neck. We
Yeah,
don't.
Well, anyway, that
And
fuck
he
Mongo.
died
Fuck
before they could
Mongo.
figure out the
Mongo's dead.
secret.
Mongo's
Yeah.
dead.
All the
Who
other
remains is
questions
Jambo.
aside,
What do we think
yeah.
of Jambo, though?
I like Jim. I
Jambo.
like all the bald chimps. I
like
think they're
Jambo.
very fun
I like
and
Jambo.
silly.
Can I
It's
say
quite
something
English
here?
of the chimp. Yeah, go ahead.
He looks kind of like an old Asian dude. You know, I don't know what it is about the alopecia. But,
Like
you
a
know,
really
like,
buff
like
grandpa.
imagine like a real buff old Chinese grandpa. Like he kind
No, I understand. I see the
like do you
vision.
get what I'm saying?
You look like
Yeah,
Boomy?
no, I get it.
Does he look like Boomy?
No.
Oh
No.
my god, yeah, hold on. Look up.
Well, yeah, why not? Why
Hold on.
not?
I want you guys to see this thumbnail really quick.
I saw this one, Slogger Blogger.
Oh, fuck
That
yeah.
that's Jumbo. He looks fucking like yoked. Like he's got
He looks like
defined
fucking
abs.
Dr. Yaku.
Yeah, it's crazy
Why is his
how
head
like
shaped like that?
That's just like a
it's the
chimp
Chinese
head.
gene in him, man.
It's not
a Chinese in
You're
him.
Chinese.
saying that. You cannot be saying that.
That's just what some chimp heads look like, I think.
No comment.
I don't know. He's a fun, cool looking guy. I don't know how they ended up with two bald chimps at this zoo. I'm sure that's
yeah, I don't know.
I'm sure there's a story there, but we have
probably
gotten
had to work on it.
we've spent almost 20 minutes on this one email. Can we
Anyway, speaking of
Get it together?
fuck your other questions, Ferdinand. I like the shoes, and I think you should pursue that.
regarding
those
your
shoes.
regarding the NFTs and AI stuff, we did an episode about this. It was like our third episode. I think it's
yeah.
just due to the proximity of the manosphere and all that other epic shit with crypto bro stuff and how they like really think chimps are cool because Joe Rogan talks about them
Gorilla
sometimes.
mindset bullshit.
I have horrible news.
Yeah?
Grand Theft Auto 6 has been delayed.
Yeah, I know. I saw
Oh
that.
no.
It's never coming out.
We're never getting
And it's also going to cost
Fuck.
$100, so I can't buy it
Yeah.
anyway. And it's not even going to come to
it's
PC
going
for
to
like
have
a year.
ChatGPT built in.
I'm sorry
Okay.
to say to all of my listeners in the audience, I'm an adult and I don't play video games anymore.
This is a recent development as of like 3 months
Yeah,
ago.
As of 3 seconds ago. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Send us
Back
emails.
to- You can send us emails too if you want, if you don't want to call us. I like the novelty
Send
of the
us emails.
voicemail,
Well,
to be
don't-
honest.
Don't send us like just written questions. This is
No,
a
send us
law. That's
emails.
not happening again, bitch. Send me an audio file and I'll download it and play it. It'll sound better than a phone call.
Yeah, I mean, that's a possibility. But also, I feel like that adds to the charm of it. Because can you stop fucking doing that?
I just had spaghetti and meatball.
Stop like doing like a fucking Pixar character burp at the screen. I don't like it. Okay.
Hey, do you want me?
So 20 minutes have passed. I'd like to talk a little bit about the
18
notes.
minutes have passed, of which 3 of those are us doing your fucking cold open idea.
This isn't my idea. We agreed on the concept.
I know, I'm just fucking with you. Now look, now this is more good for this is for the cold open. You should put this in there.
No, I can't do that. That's not
We're
how
Play the
I-
18
intro
minutes.
music again.
19
Play the intro
minutes
music.
in, cold open part 2.
No. Yeah, you just play the intro
We're about
music
to
again
open up
for
a
a
whole
second. and
can
then,
of
like, we go back. It's a good
primatology
video.
discussion.
Okay, all
Anyway,
right.
those
I
of you
derailed the
who guys
podcast
haven't
to show off
seen,
my
I got a
cool
new,
meal.
I got new flowers. Everybody at home. It's been 2 months, but there they are.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Who wants me? Real talk. Who want me? I
Why
would
would you
sleep
drink a
sometime
Red
right
Bull at 1 a.m.? Okay.
To
Are we
clean the
gonna
whole
do?
house? I was drunk as fuck, dude.
Are we gonna do an episode?
Well, we don't have. A
Oh, are we gonna do?
topic, so
Oh
I
wow,
don't
you're
know
getting
what to
real
talk about.
sassy.
Yeah,
I
fuck
had a
you.
topic. You just have interrupted me every time. It's every week with you, motherfuckers.
I talk so much about
it's
Mongo
every
and
week
Jambo.
with you, motherfuckers.
I talk so much about those fucking hairless chimps, and you know what? They're freaky. They're freaky looking. Let me be real with you. I don't like looking at them. They look weird to me. And I looked at them so much for you, Ferdinand, okay? So you better be fucking thankful. I like your email, by the way. So Austin, how's your new job doing?
Nobody's
Thank
asking
you,
me about my new
Chandran.
job.
Nobody cares. you're like doing more manual labor, man. You're doing what you were
No,
born
I'm
to
not. I
do.
sit at a desk. It was actually kind of nice.
Okay.
If
Okay.
anyone cares.
So
Fascists.
yeah, I started a new job. I think I talked about this just a little bit last episode, but I did start a new job working with vervet monkeys. And our
The kind of monkeys that you think it's okay to mutilate, experiment
mutilate,
on, and
torture,
kill.
and kill. Right?
And
No, I don't think it's okay to do that. I mean, I don't want to
Well,
reveal
he's
too
fucking
much
monkeys.
about my job because I don't want to like dox me or anyone else or anything like that. So the majority of the experiments done at my facility are dietary research. I don't want
You
to
put
say
the
more
monkeys
than
on
that
Ozempic?
because
I'm already on it.
I don't think they're giving Ozempic to any of the monkeys. I
They
know some
should,
of them are
though.
diabetic and they're getting what I assume are insulin shots, but I don't want to be too specific about the studies because I don't know like how much that would narrow it down. But I do think one of the studies
Who
is
that narrowing it
attempt.
down? There's like 11 people like you in the whole country.
We do have monkeys from a well-known experiment here, so I'm not going to talk about
Ooh.
that one. but-
Wire Mother?
No. Dude, imagine we had the wire mother monkeys. That'd be fucked up.
Are you guys doing the Wire Mother experiment? Are you
No,
guys
I
doing,
just told you, it's like-
it's dietary research. So are you doing like almond mom experiments? Like, is your mom in there right now bullying them about eating
We should
and
do that.
questioning their sexuality?
Well, I think I haven't been like given the lowdown on every experiment that's going on there. I just know that like the building I'm assigned
Is
to
it
right
fucking
now.
Plum Island, dude. What do you mean?
What?
Don't you know what's happening? Isn't it like on the fucking cage? This is what we're doing to these guys.
No, they don't list everything. I mean, they have. I'm sure they could provide me
They have
with
records.
records and such on requests, but it's not really
FOIA
relevant.
them.
It's not really relevant to my position. I'm just there to
I'm
keep the
gonna
fucking
FOIA.
monkeys alive.
I'm gonna FOIA your job.
It's not government. What do you mean
By the
you're gonna
way-
FOIA
I'm
it?
gonna FOIA your job.
With your
It
qualifications,
wouldn't
Austin,
work.
What like level of experimentation are you like qualified to do on a monkey?
Yeah, what can you
Like,
do?
are you allowed to? You're not allowed to cut their heads open.
You can do anything if it's iCook approved.
Yeah, but like, what are you qualified to do? We mean like, what?
I didn't
if
think
they
that gets
walk in there
approved.
tomorrow-
Apparently,
Yeah, and they said like, you know, Jimbo fucking called out. We need you.
put him in
to
the
be guy
fucking
who-
furnace. Let's see what
Yeah,
happens.
we need you. We need you to be the guy.
No,
like,
the-
pulling their
there-
teeth out while they're awake.
The laboratories are separate entities. Not. I don't even think it's like just a separate department. I think it's like completely separate entities. They don't ask us to. The only capacity in which I am involved in the research is like giving them the food that they have calculated or portioned out for the monkeys. Now, what I was trying to say earlier is I think one of the rooms that I'm sort of caretaking for is an experiment to see what would happen if they gave monkeys the nutritional content of the average American's diet.
Are they getting fat?
I'm pretty sure they're getting just fat as shit.
Hell yeah!
That's
Can
awesome.
you give us some insight into the scientifically determined average American's diet? Do you have the numbers? Like, do you know how
No,
much
I
fat
just
and
told
carbs
you.
you're
I haven't had time to like look into all these different studies or like ask
Why
them
not,
for.
dude? You have no life other than this.
That's not true.
What do
He's
you think
busy
I do
fucking.
at work all day?
That's true. He is running through all the hoes in Central North Carolina right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're gonna put his ass on a list.
Folks, the I-77 corridor is not safe.
So, okay, here's a question you probably can't answer if you are feeding them. How do they generate the food that has like 80% fat, 20% protein, 30, like, you know, or no,
Yeah, what
that's not
is it?
true. Like, is
So
it like pellets
they
with like additives?
no
or-
no. So rather than give them the standard monkey biscuits that we are well
Hey.
familiar with because we ate them,
Yeah.
they call it the cake diet, where they have these like horrible gelatinous dense cubes that you got to take out of the freezer and thaw and then like cut with a knife like and weigh
I
out
like
into
your- I
exact
like your
grams.
onomatopoeia right now.
It's
That's
got
good.
the exact texture of Play-Doh, and the monkeys, like, they'll eat a decent amount of it, I guess, but then they'll take the stuff that they don't want to eat and just like mush it and like mold it into balls and play with it.
Oh my god.
It's a little fucked up.
Shit. We're loving that. We're loving that.
I think they're moving away from that though. I don't think the
Well, if they're gonna give the average American diet, just go get them a fucking Happy Meal.
Happy Meal
It's
for
not that
breakfast,
big.
lunch, and dinner.
But yeah, all the monkeys,
Loki-
regardless of what experiment they're on, get like routine enrichment, and the enrichment can be dietary enrichment, like they all got bell peppers today, or it can be. So this is something that I would have gotten
They
to
could trick me
eventually.
into liking being in this enclosure. Like if every now and then they threw me a bell pepper, I'd be happy. Throw me
Well,
some like Italian dressing to go with that.
It's got a weekly schedule actually. It's like a bunch of unsalted, unbuttered popcorn on Monday, I think, and then Tuesday or Wednesday is oranges. Today was bell peppers. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm still fucking new at this job.
Yeah.
I
What'd you
just
have
got
what
my
did you- what did
keys
you-
and
what
badge
did you have
access
for
today.
lunch today, Austin? What did you have for lunch today?
Probably not anything as good as what the monkeys are eating, low key.
What did you eat?
What did you eat?
A salami sandwich, 2 clementines, Mott's fruit snacks, and a
'Cause I do worry
Nutrigrain
about
bar.
you. I do worry about the fact that now there's no woman, no caretaker for you to tell you to eat. and I saw how you lived before.
Salami sandwiches. Yeah.
Salami
not good.
sandwiches. Ooh. Chandra,
What's
what you
wrong
have
with
for lunch
salami?
I didn't
Dude, they're
really
gonna
have
be
lunch
doing
today.
studies on me because they're gonna see what I'm bringing to work every day, and they're gonna start monitoring the fatty buildup in my liver.
They're gonna like, how long can the average American exist in fucking desperate poverty conditions?
I had
He's not even as bad as most people. Like that's
I
the
had
worst part.
tomato soup
There's
and a
4
grilled
people out
cheese
there.
today for dinner.
That sounds good.
That's tasty. Many people do
I
that.
had spaghetti and meatballs, all of it from
I'm sure-
Aldi. I love Aldi so much.
I'm sure they have
Dude,
much
I
nicer
love.
cheese
I
and
spent
bread.
$15 at Aldi yesterday and got like a decent amount of food.
I got enough food for Jada and I to last like almost 3 weeks yesterday at Aldi for like $140.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. Anyways,
Aldi's
my lunch today
any day of the week.
was-
no, we're not talking about our lunches. We're not talking
How
about
come I got to
Aldi's,
ask
the
you
deals you can
guys
get at
what you
Aldi's.
had
We're
for
talking
lunch?
about primates because
Nobody-
this is a monkey
nobody-
podcast.
Well, for lunch today I had 4 clementines and a few pieces of cheddar
You're a
cheese.
big greedy ass. What? 2 clementines isn't good enough for you?
I drove home on my lunch break, first day of this new job, and I was like, oh, I don't really have enough time to like sit in here. So I just put 4 clementines in my jacket pocket and went back to work and was just eating them, sitting, because there's not enough chairs. I'm just sitting on a bucket, just eating oranges, looking at these fucking people that I work with now.
Do you like them?
I do, actually. They're kind of cool.
Okay, so what I was talking about with enrichment, there is the dietary enrichment, and there is the, I don't know what you would call
Playtime
this. I guess just normal enrichment. There's a couple forms of this. There's like these huge like walls of dog toys and baby toys and stuff that we just cycle in and out of their enclosures and give them at regular intervals. There's
Why don't you buy, like, a
mirrors
PSP?
on what?
Give them a PSP.
I'm not giving the monkeys a PSP. There's
Those are rare, dude.
mirrors everywhere. They can.
Fight
I
each
don't know
other,
why
fight
it's so
themselves.
standard with lab monkeys, but you give them mirrors, they do look at themselves. They sort of just stare into it sometimes. Just.
Do they ever like preen in the mirror? Like, do they use the mirror to help clean
I
themselves?
haven't seen it. I'm sure it's
Okay.
probably happened.
Do
I-
they, like, what are their vocalizations like? What's a vervet monkey sound like?
Vervet monkeys don't vocalize very much. They chitter and squeal whenever they're fighting. If they're like getting excited or upset about something, they'll do like but like small.
Do they give good hugs?
No, I don't know. I
Like
maybe.
they would give good hugs.
Oh, they got
Are you
little
Google
blue balls.
image searching a vervet monkey right now?
No.
I am.
There's
They
a
got
lot
little
of there's a
blue
lot
ball
of
sacks.
cute little babies that I will say, to your point about giving cute hugs. I remember I was in the big colony that we have, and there was a little baby monkey that was wandering ever so slightly away from its mother, and it was watching me, and I turned and I like looked at it, and it just sort of like turned and just like grabbed onto its mom's leg when it saw I was looking. It was very cute.
I have never looked
Scared
up
of
a
you.
picture of these monkeys before. I've been trying to do this one blind. And how come this whole time you never mentioned that these monkeys are doing blackface?
I'm glad you mentioned that, Greg. That's another thing in my notes that I still haven't gotten to 30 minutes into the episode.
30 minutes into the episode? Kill yourself.
So the other kind of enrichment, besides the toys, besides the mirrors, is we will either have TVs going with playlists of movies or TV shows, or we will have radios playing music.
You should put the X-Files on for them. I bet they love that shit.
So regarding the radio, something very funny happened today. Because this playlist or whatever this radio is set to plays anything from like classical music to they were doing yodeling at one point. I don't know why they were doing fucking yodeling, but today Freebird came on. And I was in there alone. They were doing a cage change, like they were swapping the monkeys from their old yucky poop-filled little enclosures, whatever you want to call them, racks, into new clean ones. And my coworkers had left the room momentarily, and I was in there. I was staying behind their big open play area, their playpen. I was disinfecting and scrubbing in there. Freebird was on. I'm feeling good.
Sciatica.
Out of the corner of my eye, I just see this monkey just walking down the fucking hall next to me, completely nonchalant, and just
He
like
don't know he's doing nothing wrong. He's just hanging out.
he just walks by me and just goes up to the table and starts rooting through all the things like on the table, like all the pens and stuff, just like sorting through them, and I'm like, what the? You're not supposed to be here, man. So I like go to the window. My coworkers are all like in the break room, just like relaxing, like trying to like fucking pound on the windows, like there's a monkey up the loose in here. But eventually, I go get them and we shoo them back into we actually, because obviously I don't want to go back into the little cages because we have to separate all the cages into like little individual ones to clean them out or whatever.
Yeah.
So we had to open up the big open play cage, and I had to finish rinsing everything off while the monkeys are just walking around the fucking room so that they can go back in and we can close the door and keep them in there. Meanwhile, Freebird's guitar solo is hitting. Like, I think God is actually real, and he hates me and thinks it's funny to torment me in ways like this.
You know what? It's kind of funny that we've been drawn together because I think God hates all three of us.
God loves me.
And dude, before
your
this
car.
happened, I was talking to this lady in the break room. She was like, yeah, how are you liking it so far? I was like, yeah, it's pretty good. I've been, trying to catch little mistakes. I think I've been learning the processes really well. And she was like, yeah, just as long as you're checking the locks, you don't want to let any monkeys out. And I was like, yeah, like that one that happened in South Carolina a while ago. And she was like, yeah, that monkey got through, like, all those monkeys got through, like, 3 locked doors. I think what happened is it was a disgruntled employee who let them out on purpose. We had someone let monkeys out here, and they weren't there the next day. And then immediately after, that happens to me. Which, first of all, I'd just like to say, I'd like to defend myself here. I don't know that this was my fault, okay? Because
I don't believe it was. You were
What
cleaning the
happened-
cages.
what happened was there are there's like fucking 10 sliding doors on any given number of these little fucking cube things that all attach together to make bigger cubes. And you gotta like put all these locks on and off them constantly. It's kind of insane, drives you insane. But one of them, there was the sort of sliding doors are controlled by these poles, and on one side there's 3 of the poles, and they all like line up when you push them in, and you're supposed to like push the lock through all 3 of those holes and then close the lock so that none of the sliding doors can move. What happened was someone, it could have been me because I was helping put all the locks back on. I do remember specifically making sure and struggling to put it through all of the holes so that something like this didn't happen.
Would you say you struggle to put it through the hole often?
No. Anyways, with this particular cage, what happened was the lock was only through one of the holes, and so the monkeys somehow recognized that and slid the middle part that wasn't fully secured by the lock and just walked the fuck out. When this was being explained to my supervisor, it wasn't a big deal. It was brushed off as like, oh, well, we got him back in. No big deal. No harm, no foul. My coworker was like, yeah, you were bound to let a monkey out eventually, Austin. And I was like, huh? Don't put this on me.
What?
Like,
They
I didn't
name
say
dropped you in
that.
front of the supervisor?
I mean,
Yeah, like-
bro, I guess you let the monkey
You
out.
just started.
Maybe I did. I just obviously don't remember doing that because I remember being careful about it. Like, it could have been them. It very much
They
could
know-
have been them.
it
But,
was
they
for
didn't
a
even give me
fact.
that opportunity. They're like, yeah, you were bound to do it eventually. Like, what do you mean? But, yeah, no,
They
there's
let
a
them out
lot
and
of
blame it on
really, really good coworker chatter at this job, but we'll get into that later. Let me go through my notes, though. These are notes I took from, like, my first 2 days job shadowing, I think. The rest of this stuff is all just from memory. So there was this lady giving a presentation on like an introduction to primate behavior, and I was said obviously wasn't doing this out loud, but in my mind I'm like, yeah, knew that, knew that too. It did feel like this lady was like a mirror image of myself in 20 years if I'm still working at this place. She had a lot of the
woman?
same mannerisms as me, a lot of the same ways of like
He knows what's up.
she went on one of my classic monkey screeds that goes on a little too long, but for like 3 hours. And that's like my dream job, is just like sitting new hires down who are totally not interested in primate behavior at all, are just there for a paycheck, and forcing them to listen to monkey facts for 3 hours straight. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I was taking notes.
Hell yeah. You were in
Anyways.
class.
Some of the notes I took, they were very brief. I didn't want to be rude and just like be glued to my phone the whole time. But she mentioned that the coloration of the green monkeys in the Caribbean, St. Kitts Island, where they're invasive, has gotten a lot more muted and dull compared to their African counterparts. For example, they're a lot like grayer, whereas the green monkeys in Africa are a lot greener looking, and they also have those bright blue balls, whereas the Caribbean monkeys barely have any blue on their balls at all. I saw their balls up close today, actually, and it's just a very faint streak of blue. The theory she prescribes to for this coloration for African green monkeys is that with the stark colors, one, with how dark their faces are, it allows them to be more communicative across long distances, like across the savannah. If they open their mouth and show their teeth to you, you're going to notice those white teeth against that black backdrop
makes
really
sense, yeah.
easily. And with the blue balls, she describes it as sort of like a target, like because it's
Come here.
it's correlative to testosterone, which we've talked about before, and it signals fertility and like mating viability. Part of that is, if you've literally got a giant target painted on your penis and balls, red penis, blue balls, looks like a target. It's like saying, aha, look at how gaudy I can be and no one's killing me about it. That must mean I'm really good and strong at staying alive,
You should totally fuck me.
You should totally fuck me, and it works because that's been
That's
sexually
true.
selected for.
And that's true. You should totally fuck me, by the way.
So
When you get some blue balls.
the St. Kitts monkeys came over in the 17th century. We talked about this last episode. They've established a breeding population, several actually, I guess. They have no predators except the Ford F-150. They also, so there's at least one bar that encourages this behavior, at least they did at the time that this video was released. But if you want to watch this video, they found, I guess, in this study that
Is this in St. Kitts?
yeah, in St. Kitts, that when the monkeys were getting all this fruit laid out to them at this bar, it would bring all the monkeys there, and the monkeys would start stealing all the alcoholic beverages from the tourists and the tourists usually let it happen too because they think it's funny. And the reason why they seek out the alcohol so readily, I guess at least initially, is because of all that stuff we talked about where they seek out sugars and ethanol because it's calorically dense and all that. But what they found is that some of the monkeys actually started developing alcoholism and like really getting fucking plastered and seeking out drinks. Like, yeah, no. And they found like similar, like in terms of all the monkeys who would go and drink people's like silly little fruity cocktails with umbrellas in it. They found a similar like percentile of monkeys would get like actually like cripplingly alcoholic.
As like a similar amount, like as humans become alcoholic?
Yeah, as, like at similar rates in terms of like just like population alcoholism.
The first thing I'm imagining
Some
is
of them
just
would
like,
just drink and have a fun time, and some of them would just like drink as much as possible, get fucking sloshed, and come back for more the next day.
I found
dude
a
you
crazy
can't party with
fucking
anymore.
article just now. I found an
Yeah.
insane article about vervet monkeys just now.
is it about
There
them
are-
drinking alcohol?
Nope, there are.
Then let's
two
wait 1
known
second because I have
instances.
something funny to say.
No, I have something insane to say.
Okay.
There are 2 known instances of vervet monkeys in the wild raising human beings.
What?
That's not true. You're lying to me.
What the fuck? Really? I didn't even know
promise
that
you.
actually.
So here, I'm gonna put. This is a link to a news article, but it's in. If you go to the vervet monkeys Wikipedia page, it's in here. So here's a story from the Independent, as well about a different person also raised by vervet monkeys in the wild.
What the fuck?
It's feral children, like raised by vervet monkeys. Like the vervet monkeys take care of them.
Huh?
Yeah.
Dude, that's gonna happen in America to our feral children.
Yeah. For real.
That makes sense because the vervet monkeys are actually they're pretty like very non-confrontational to humans. Like I said, when they got out, they were just fucking walking around. They like the way we corral them places is we just sort of walk towards them. They don't really want us to touch them or get too close to them, but like they don't really give a fuck. Yesterday, actually, my coworker had a pen in her pocket, and this monkey came up and just opened her pocket, took the pen out, and ran away with it, which was annoying because we had to fucking get the pen back, or else he would eat the ink and get it everywhere. But point being, though, we do just go into the enclosures with like 20 vervet monkeys at a time. They don't really give a fuck. Sometimes, if they don't want to shift in or out, we'll just clean with them in there. They'll walk away from where we're spraying with the hose, but like they're not going to attack us. They're pretty chill actually. So I can
pretty
see that
nice.
happening actually. Pretty neat. Back to what were you saying about vervet monkeys being alcoholics though?
Well, I was just imagining.
Yeah, let's hear that.
I was just imagining a fucking vervet monkey sitting on the bar stool, fucking flopped over, on the bar, like licking up alcohol from the puddle that he's made, spilled over his little daiquiri.
Yeah.
And just licking
I
it
think
up,
that's
laying
an actual
there.
thing that happens in the video that I sent. Like there's
It's really, really
in that
good.
video it shows like these monkeys just like twisting around on the ground because they're so drunk they can't walk at all.
Do you think vervet monkeys go to heaven?
I think so.
Yeah, they look like they
I
do.
think they're amongst the good monkeys.
They're as mischievous as any other monkey.
And this
but
BBC
they're a
video,
lot
this one
nicer
guy's
to
got his
me than the
whole head
macaques
ripped up.
are. The macaques are always mean and they want to
That's fair.
puff their chest up at you, dicks.
I have also found out that there's an Indian man who was raised by wolves.
Oh.
Okay, sure.
India wolf too.
I'm learning so much right now, just clicking around.
But with regards to, I don't think that they're gonna classify vervet monkeys and Saint Kitts as like a separate species. I feel like they probably could at least give it another 100 years or more. You know, they probably definitely could. But there's a lot of different like strains of vervet monkeys. Like different areas will have different colorations. There's hybridizations with other monkeys and stuff like that. So I didn't even know about the strains. They come in different strains, folks. Vervets also conceal ovulation, and this is a sexual selection strategy for females because macaques, chimps, all sorts of different monkeys and apes, they advertise when they're ovulating because, you know, that means it's fuck time. And the males actually get sexual swelling too, but it's mostly on their face. Like their faces get all red and puffy, shiny looking even. But with vervet monkeys, the vervets conceal their ovulation, so it doesn't really show. They don't show outwardly that they're ovulating. There's no shedding of their uterine walls, or they're not bleeding. So they have the ability to just choose which males they want to fuck. They don't get so horny that, you know, like they're just like advertising to the world. So they can. There's a lot more politics with vervet monkey colonies, especially because both males and females have large canines. So the females are capable of defending themselves. It's honestly really hard to tell male and female vervet monkeys apart because unless you're like looking directly at their crotch, which you would have to get close enough, and they'd have to be cool with you doing that, I guess. But yeah, no. So they can gain social capital to influence male ranking. Like they can play politics and like fuck this male to elevate it to, you know, such and such rank. Things like that. Males also can't tell which babies belong to them, so they won't do infanticide and just like massacre them to get to. Similar to something I expressed a while back on the pod, where like there's human cultures that don't particularly care if a child is biologically theirs because they're just going to raise it as their children anyway. You know, it's like that for these vervet monkeys. Because they don't know for sure who the father is, they're not going to just massacre all the babies. You know, they're just going to assume it's theirs.
How big the vervet monkey troops usually are? Or
I don't know, but I imagine rather large groups.
Yeah. And just to be clear for the listener, the green monkey, an African green monkey, and a Caribbean green monkey, and a vervet monkey, are they all the same monkey?
Yeah, that's all the same monkey. I mean, again, the Caribbean vervet monkey is like
we're noticing.
We're noticing differences, but it's from Africa. They pirate ships as pets, I believe.
Hell yes, dude. Don't you wish you were a fucking pirate with a vervet monkey just hanging out with you?
We were born
sailing
that would kind of kick ass. I won't lie.
You know?
We need to go back. We need to return to the era of sailing ships and Spanish gold.
Yes, I love colonialism and slavery.
Yes, dude.
Yes,
I'm gonna go back and we're gonna do it different.
Ignoring the screams and pleas of my captives on the bottom bunk because I've got a cool monkey sidekick.
We're gonna do it different. We're gonna do sunset invasion type shit. All right, we're gonna go enslave this.
We're gonna do ethical piracy.
Another thing
or that.
Another thing with both males and females having big canines is that the male vervets actually have to prove themselves by protecting the troop from predation and being sentries during foraging. Again, not a problem in the Caribbean because there's no predators there. But moving on down my little list here, something interesting is that when you think of forage traditionally, or I guess not traditionally, but in decades prior, it's typically associated with just like handfuls of like pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds. You know, in any which way you can give it to them.
Where the monkeys are.
What?
Two things that don't grow in Africa where the monkeys are?
Monkeys eat seeds in Africa, man.
I know, but they don't eat sunflower seeds.
It doesn't matter. They can't tell the difference. They don't care.
Correct. Well, they care. I care. Why are we not giving them their normal diet, which should be like...
I don't know. Go to the gas station, get some sunflower seeds, man. Well,
what do you? Are we importing
I'm trying to
seeds
think of
from
like a native starch to Africa? Hold on, I'm thinking.
They don't eat African plants in the Caribbean either. They eat whatever they want because they're primates and they're adaptable.
You know what, dude? I don't like your fucking attitude. Look how cozy I am right now, dude.
But the next, you're really being mean to a cozy guy right now?
You're really being mean to a guy wearing bunny ears and a cozy blanket?
Cat ears, amateur.
Yeah, those aren't bunny ears, you fucking idiot. Bunny ears are flop.
you
Fake
have bunny
gay.
ears. You have cat ears, too. I got these at the same time as you.
But the next little section of my notes here is, it was talking about how foraging is a social behavior similar to what we talked about last episode with, dominance and hierarchy being socialization. The order in which monkeys forage for food, allowing them to figure out for themselves who's allowed to get what food off the ground that's just scattered everywhere, is an important part of socialization for them. So, with the big open enclosures, we calculate roughly how much each monkey should be getting, but how much each monkey actually gets depends on how much they're allowed to take off the ground. And honestly, we give them so much that they usually don't finish all of their food anyway. It doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, another interesting thing about the Caribbean-African vervet monkey split is that apparently African predation calls have very little meaning to Caribbean green monkeys. Like, they just don't recognize it, or it doesn't really mean anything, which fair, because there's no giant pythons trying to eat them there.
Yeah. Do you
but with
know
that being,
how we learned this? Like, did they get some
well, they've
African
done
monkeys and
studies
some
on the
Caribbean
vervet
monkeys
monkeys
and-
where
Yeah.
I think the reason they determined these calls aren't effective anymore is because they did that thing that I may have mentioned that they did to lemurs in the 80s, where they got a puppet of a giant hawk and projected its shadow to oh, look out, aerial predator, what are you gonna do? And I guess all the vervet monkeys saw the shadow and thought the shadow was the thing to be scared of, so they didn't look up at all. So they heard the predator call and they were like, oh, it's a shadow, look out, and they didn't think to look up at the aerial predator call.
And then
basically.
the African vervet monkeys.
An African vervet monkey obviously would know to look up if they heard the aerial predator call. But yeah, no, it got me thinking about a potential building on my thesis. I wonder if any other forms of communication, maybe scent marking, became more prominent in Caribbean monkeys because they don't have to do the long distance color based communication. Their vocalizations aren't as important, etc., etc. There's generally less conflict, maybe not, but
Can you get a grant for all three of us to go to St. Kitts and work on
Yeah.
this,
We do so much research.
dude, we should go to St. Kitts and do research on how much fruity alcohol cocktails the human body can handle.
this? So many coconut flavors.
I will wake up in the hospital again.
Oh, buddy, we're not making it to the hospital. They're making 2 piles of rocks on the beach for us.
So, obviously, the lack of predators has reduced or has changed the way that Caribbean monkeys communicate. Is the topology of the savannah versus St. Kitts, is the savannah more flat?
It's more flat
wide
and open,
spaces?
I
right?
actually think St. Kitts might be pretty similar because a lot of those Caribbean islands are pretty savanna-esque. Let me see what St. Kitts' climate looks like.
Yeah, I'm not sure actually.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe
I imagine that's a factor as well,
combination
though.
of a lack of predators. That's obviously the big one because a huge amount of communication is just about predators. But I wonder if they have such visual distinctions so they can see each other from far away on the plains. I wonder if that affects the color difference thing too.
It's gotta be part of the reason why their colors are getting more muted.
Mm-hmm.
It's not super noticeable, but people who spend all day looking at hundreds of them, I'm sure notice the difference.
So
Yeah.
St. Kitts has a hot tropical climate with a noted dry season and a noted wet season. And you look at pictures of St. Kitts and it is just
Noted?
one large volcano and a flat island around that.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, maybe there's more hills. Maybe it's a bit more hilly. I don't know.
The savannah is not flat. savanna is a climate region, not a geographical one. And so, like, the African savanna can be flat,
Well,
but it's also
don't
like,
savannas have generally less trees, foliage?
Yeah, longer
savannas
sightlines.
have less trees.
Well, right.
but
That's
they're-
what
but
I.
they're- but
That's
they
the
can be quite
comparison.
hilly and jagged.
I guess maybe topology isn't the correct thing to be looking at, but like rather the amount of open space that they have to look out across.
Yeah.
Obviously,
now, St.
with
Kitts
like a
is
canopy
completely
cover.
tree covered.
Yeah,
St.
Yeah.
Kitts
yeah.
is tree
So
covered,
I think
yeah.
I don't think the monkeys could see each other from like a couple miles away.
Right,
They
yeah,
probably
that
could
obviously
on
influences
the
it.
savanna.
This is not an island that is a couple miles fucking long.
Exactly my fucking point.
Have you thought about killing yourself?
Jeez. No, I understand the point you made though, Chandran. But it is again more
Yeah.
with the tree covers. And anyways, a couple other notes I took. Apparently, I don't want to know how they found this out, frankly, but apparently popping popcorn in front of long-tailed macaques, it can overstimulate them so much that they have a seizure and die. So long-tailed macaques, very sensitive animals. If you didn't hate the monkey torture pedophiles enough, I guess.
Oh yeah.
This section of my notes is just I had to shadow a guy who'd been here for like well over 30 years. My introduction to him was they just sort of like dropped me off and said, all right, you're shadowing him today. And rather than introduce himself to me, he kept singing renditions of Hank Williams Jr. and Notorious B.I.G. songs, but replacing the lyrics with the monkeys' names.
Cracked.
Within 30
Okay.
minutes, he told me about his most recent suicide attempt. Followed this by asking me what project cars I would want, and then immediately
Did you
started...
tell him the answer that it would be that little Japanese car that you want to drive around in and get
Yeah,
killed in?
well, that would,
What do you
that would
want
be
to
kind
drive
of fun.
around in? What do you want to die in?
That little Suzuki Cappuccino thing, that would be fun.
Uh-huh.
Oh, dude, that would be fun.
It would be so fun to die in that thing. Anyways, he also just randomly interrupted what we were doing to be like, have you ever watched Ninja Warrior? These guys would clear that course in 15 seconds flat. Like, hell yeah, dude.
I love
So
all the
in the
monkeys.
background of this chatter is these TVs that are playing the enrichment I was talking about. The TVs are set to these playlists, and they are on... Some of them are on just the most god-awful animated movie playlists ever. I posted about this on Twitter, but last week, the beginning of the playlist, like the first movie on the looping playlist, was this movie called Don Quixote. It was that meme from a couple of years ago of that really sketchy bootleg Shrek movie that says, from the creators who saw Shrek, it's that movie that they're playing for the monkeys. And my schedule was just perfect enough that I would be in the room at the beginning of the day when the movie was starting, and then by the end of the day when I'm finishing up and revisiting the room for final, like, everything, the playlist had looped and gone back to that movie. So I'm watching this movie like 2 times a day at this point.
Like a fucking insane person.
This week, though, it was the movie Alpha and Omega. You know, the one with the wolves?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of that this week.
Hell yes, dude.
But also...
This is actually what it's like working in like a middle school too. You know, you just walk around. There's like various fucking shitty animated movies from the past 15 years playing on every screen you walk by.
But each room
Dude,
has
the
different
B-movies
movie
used to be-
playlists going, is the
B-movies
thing.
used to be golden, and then they closed Blockbuster, and we never got another good one.
So one of the playlists has Spy Mates on it, which is a movie that I really want to watch for this month's Monkey Movie Night. It's featuring Emma Roberts, I believe. The concept is it opens up and there is a scary-looking Middle Eastern guy holding someone hostage with like a bomb or something, and then this chimpanzee sneaks in wearing full, like, Saudi garb. As if they
Like
didn't
the whole,
notice
like,
that it
the-
was a chimpanzee.
Are you sure it wasn't just a Saudi Arabian?
I suppose that's the joke they were going for. And the chimp, like, breaks this guy out, and it turns out that the chimp is a CIA spy, and he has,
That's
like, a
still
jetpack and
tracking
shit.
to regular Saudi guy.
dude, this movie has Emma Roberts and Richard Kind in it.
Richard Kind does any fucking movie. He'll do.
But Richard Kind is a fucking treasure.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean he won't do any movie anybody asks him to be in.
Yeah, another coworker who also is relatively new. Like everyone here has either been here for 30 years or just started a couple weeks ago. Good sign.
Yeah.
Um,
Which one do you think you're gonna end up being?
hard to say, but
Stuck in
one of the newer coworkers, like, while I'm cleaning this room, he's like, "Man, they put on some bullshit for these monkeys." I like when they put on Paddington, though. That I love Paddington.
I love Paddington. too.
I haven't been able to catch Paddington though. It's always off rotation when I'm in the room.
Why don't you just
Damn.
put Paddington on?
I guess I could do that. I guess there's nothing stopping me.
You should take control of all the enrichment playlists and just like play like Death
Well,
Grips and
I
like
mean,
fucking
usually
avant-garde
it's-
French films.
Wait, Austin, can you zoom in on this in the recording? He's licking his balls right now.
I can try. I would have to do that in the editing, but I can try. But
Clip it in for just a second.
so point being though, no, actually, yeah. I mean, one room I was in, the playlist, they schedule all of the playlists that are set for the week in advance.
Yeah.
This one room was just doing David Attenborough nature documentaries, which was kind of cool. I probably, if I find a room with Paddington on the playlist, I could probably just skip to Paddington, and I don't think the monkeys would be upset at all. I don't think they would care very
I don't
much,
think they
actually.
care.
In fact,
Yeah.
back to my chronological notes that I took throughout the day with this guy. He cryptically stated, "Monkey farm workers are unnaturally strong. Nobody ages here," and then didn't elaborate on what he meant by that. And it's also at that point that I realized, I guess monkey farm is just a common Southern saying for people who work with monkey research colonies, because this is like the third time we're hearing this term, right?
Maybe. Yeah.
Remember monkey farm Maoism and how people at the chimp sanctuary would say, "I worked at the monkey farm"? This is apparently a
remember
common
that,
term.
actually.
Oh yeah, it was after this that he casually dropped the phrase, "I'm schizophrenic, so I'm all jumbled up there."
Real
You
shit.
know, it's at that point things started making sense, but I also started being like, okay, I can see why this routine would be calming and stuff. It's a lot of routine at this
As a guy
job.
with a lot of, coping mechanisms and self-soothing routines, like,
I understand,
you relate.
yeah. After this, he said he wished he could have went straight from 8th grade to college because high school was a waste of time and college was just so easy that he thinks he could have done it out of 8th grade. And I asked him where he went to college, and he said, "Oh, UNC Charlotte."
UNC Charlotte was really fucking easy. I
Yeah,
don't deserve my
dude.
degree, man. Like, they didn't make me do shit.
After this, he mentioned a 32-year-old grandson, which doesn't seem physically possible unless that's related to his statement that monkey farm workers don't age.
He's like
how
actually
old do you
90
think he
years
is?
old.
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know how old he is.
You should ask him tomorrow. How old are you?
I guess I could.
What is
Oh yeah,
that about you?
after this, he had like an oddly prescient economic observation of, I don't know why everyone complained so much about groceries last year. Your wages went up more than the groceries went up. And I was like, oh yeah, he's a Will Stancil follower. Immediately after this, he called hand sanitizer a hand satanizer and said he refuses to use it unless he's fishing.
That's really funny.
That, you know what? I respect it.
I kind of get it. I hate hand sanitizer. If I'm gonna use
Yeah.
hand sanitizer,
I
I'm
don't
just gonna go
use it.
wash my fucking hands.
I don't
man.
fucking use it for shit. I wash my hands.
No, I mean his reasoning was that it just dries the fuck out of his hands, but I just thought
dries the fuck
hand
out of everybody's
satanizer
hands.
was funny.
Satanizer.
But yeah, with all of these things happening at once and like the odd cryptic things that this man was telling me, it also clicked for me that like not only am I like prophesizing throughout the day aside, like the hints that a monkey was going to escape today.
Yeah.
There's 2 sets of twins working here. I thought I was fucking tripping. There's 2 different sets of twins working here,
And
completely
they're
set. Like,
identical?
well,
One set's identical, one set's not, or
With both sets, I don't know a nicer way of saying this, but
Okay, there's a fat one and a skinny one.
yeah, yeah. But
There always
are
is,
identical otherwise.
So they
They're
would be identical
always-
if one of them wasn't just fat as fuck.
Don't say it like that.
How fat are we talking?
they could both be fat. Then they would still be identical
How-
then.
They would be identical if they were
No,
both fat,
it's-
but how fat
no,
are we
it's
talking
just-
for the fat one?
It's mostly. It's not even that they're like big like that. It's just that the skinny ones are like almost like unhealthily skinny.
Oh, I see.
And the big ones are plump.
Yeah.
I see.
Anyways. I
Which
forgot what
trend
else
do
I
you think
wanted to
made a
say,
difference
but that was
between-
just that was just some of my notes that I took while I was on the job.
Okay. Also,
Um,
we got a new Patreon member today.
Oh yeah, I did notice that. You want to shout him out?
Yeah, Plasmid Vector. I want you. Thank you.
Greg wants you. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Greg
And if you're
Paul
listening,
eventually
and
has
if
7
you
beers
if you want
whatever.
Greg to desire you carnally, go in the episode description. Click that Patreon link.
It's
subscribe
thick,
even.
veiny. It's thick, veiny, and uncut, folks.
You
Hell
don't need to say
yes.
that.
I already did. And I eat pussy, by the way.
If you are,
I think I had to
uncut,
power wash a
call
placenta
into
off the
show
ground the other
and
day.
let me admonish you for being circumcised. That's weird and wrong.
Yeah, it is weird and wrong, and you are mutilated, and you will never be whole.
Exactly. And you know, it doesn't matter if you're Jewish or not, man. Why are you cutting that shit off? Ain't no reason to be doing all that.
You are mutilated.
New
and
York
not
Catholics also really like circumcision.
whole. No, they don't. My
Americans
parents are New York
love
Catholics, and I
circumcision
didn't
just
get
generally
circumcised.
across the board.
Are you circumcised?
We know Austin is.
Who, me?
I know. I just wanted to put him on the spot.
Yeah. I mean, we've passed this little twink around. enough to
the
know
visual
what his
form
What
is
looks
way
like.
better,
determines
'cause we can
if
see
a
the faces and
Christian...
things.
Hold on. What determines if a Christian family circumcises their baby? Because it
Whether
seems
or not
like...
they're
Depends on
American.
if they're neurotic and if they think that if they have a cleanliness issue. Oh, and if they've been thoroughly Americanized to the point where they no longer identify with their previous culture at all, other than the place that they live.
Yeah.
Does that
all
capture it
tracks,
all
I
for
think,
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love dick cheese. Good night, everybody.
Let's not end it on that note.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I started a new job today, everybody. I'm proletarian.
Yeah, Greg also started a new job.
I have an interview next week.
Yeah.
For a
My
slightly
job is
better
at least
job.
relevant to my interests.
That's
I don't
why
mean...
I have an interview next week for a job that is more in line with my previous experience. And
I
it
will
pays about
say-
the same, so,
While I do feel ethically a bit still unenthusiastic about laboratory work, I've got to
not what I
say, they give me more breaks, they pay me more, and the schedule it makes more sense. It's more consistent.
For the people
Than
at home,
any
he's
other
still
animal
making
job
less
I've
than
had.
$25 an hour.
That's enough for me right now.
I found
But
out
they're
that
offering me like pay raises once I complete training and shit. Like they don't do that at zoos.
Okay.
don't.
Hell yeah.
Like there's actual progression. After 6 months, I can get like a fucking promotion.
Yeah, I was
sell
gonna
out.
ask you, like, is it feasible at this job for you to get to the place where you're the one doing, like, you're the one measuring out the food, you're the one determining?
I mean,
the
I've got a
ratios?
master's degree.
That's what I'm
so
saying.
I mean, I could feasibly like just stick with this job until all the older people retire and just
You ready
take
to
their
buy a
jobs.
house
Do
in
you wanna live in
bumfuck
that
nowhere,
fucking town
North
forever,
Carolina, marry somebody and settle down?
I think the middle of North Carolina is actually not that bad because
It's not
it's roughly
It's not.
40 minutes from every fun thing you could feasibly do.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's not correct. It's like
You're missing 2 whole biomes, like beaches,
yeah, I
mountains,
mean,
but, like, you know,
okay.
Yeah.
You can drive 3 hours to the beach. You can drive 2.5 hours to Asheville, the mountains, or you could drive 40 minutes to any of the major cities, and you know
Yeah.
that's
Are you 40 minutes from Raleigh? That can't be true.
it's more like an hour
It's
and
like
a
an hour.
half.
Probably an hour
Okay.
from Raleigh.
Yeah.
Although you're closer to me than 2.5 hours too.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Maybe.
it's pretty close to everything, and it's cheap. So like, as
Yeah.
long as I don't mind, like,
As long as no more Buffalo fucks move there, your rent's gonna be good.
You are exactly 2 hours from me.
yeah,
That's
like
not
I'm
bad at all.
I'm right on the fucking
You're on
like
40,
right
so.
at all the highways, so I can just hop on any highway I want and go
can hop on
80
85?
miles an hour anywhere.
You can hop on 85.
It is really nice living in this area of North Carolina because like it's not great for your mileage on your car, but just you can get anywhere if you just drive 85 miles an hour there.
Hey, you got a Toyota, man. You can drive that shit at the heat death of the universe.
Yeah, and we don't really hate to say it, but it's the greatest state in the union.
We love North Carolina, man.
We actually love to say that North Carolina is the greatest state in the union.
If
It
we
is
could
the
just
greatest state in the
like
fucking
become
union.
communists, we would be perfect.
I saw Greg Abbott or one of those fucking Texas fucks
Hey, Abbott.
say like Texas is now the headquarters of capitalism in America. We are the most prosperous
fucking
state.
world?
Like
It's the headquarters of woke, everyone.
because he was saying like, oh, New York City is the communism capital of America, and Texas is the
Well,
capitalism.
now that Zoran's in charge.
yeah.
I like Zoran.
I just gotta say, like, as soulless as Charlotte and the Research Triangle feels sometimes, at least it's not fucking Houston or Dallas.
Raleigh is really a soulless city. Like
It's
everywhere
pretty
else
bad.
has a place. Like Raleigh is a soulless place.
My family tried taking me out to go do fun things in Raleigh, and there was like a piano bar that was set up like the month prior, and it's just like entirely people who just moved here.
Why wouldn't you like
Yeah.
go to like? I mean, I guess you're going with your family. You're not going to go to Franklin Street with your family. But they got good Mexican food on Franklin Street. They got good sit down
well,
restaurants
yeah, I
on
guess
Franklin
that's-
Food on
Street.
Franklin Street.
Yeah.
Don't forget, Franklin Street also does exist. That is
Well,
maybe the
okay, but the
redeeming
other
part
thing
of
is
the
like
triangle.
they have people like outside the bars checking your fit to make sure you're swag enough to get in on the fucking.
Raleigh?
Yeah. When's the
In
last time
Raleigh,
you been
North
there,
Carolina.
brother? Yes, I'm dead serious. They take it
I've
so seriously
actually-
now.
I've actually, as an adult, never been to Franklin Street, and this is something that really lives.
It
with
sucks
me.
now because it's all the rich people from LA who moved here and are like, yeah, we're gonna have standards now. Fuck you.
Damn.
You know what?
You're
I
not
actually
better than
do
me.
think- I do think, people were making fun of Greg Abbott for this one, where he was like 100% tariff on New Yorkers moving to Texas. But like, we need to do that. Like 100% tariff
Okay,
on
I
anyone.
do
if your
have
birth
to-
certificate doesn't say North or South Carolina,
Motherfucker,
you
your
cannot.
parents are from New York.
I was born here. They can
Look,
go
Shouldn't have
back.
been.
They can go
Honest
back.
to God, I think if Republicans replace the word illegal immigrants with transplants, they would start sweeping in cities.
Dude, American liberals are so close to joining the Schutzstaffel.
They love
They're
nationalism
so
if you just say, dude, I'm tired of all these transplants taking our jobs and raising the
You
rent.
don't even have to say the plants part, and most of them will vote Republican.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of trans, did y'all
Yeah.
see
Austin.
the poll that Cuomo and Mamdani were totally split on the straight vote? And there was the LGBTQ plus vote that Mamdani almost totally took, and that's, I think, statistically what pushed him over.
Hey,
Shout out
We're
the
just saying.
gays. Shout out the girls and the gays, all the queers out there.
yeah. Okay, yeah, no, I think that's actually a good place to end the episode, though. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
make
you
sure
know
you
what?
check out our Patreon.
You do. You can
Give us
you can
money.
go to guerrillaradio.show to get all of our
You can
links.
do that.
You can
Please
go to
go
our
there.
Twitch, our Patreon, our YouTube.
It's all there, and we
and if-
really need the money. We
Yeah,
really need the
guys.
money.
I looked at my credit cards.
I just put my whole
It's not good.
paycheck, my entire first paycheck, straight to the credit card.
My first paycheck from this job is gonna go straight to my credit cards.
Yup.
I will
please
not be
get another
one of
job.
the now
Give us some money.
15% of Americans who cannot pay their auto loans. I am going to pay for
Yeah.
my goddamn car.
Folks, I need to get a second job. I'm gonna be an actual unironic teacher with a second job. please give us money.
Chandler is gonna be
You
so
know I
don't
never
wanna- I don't
ask you
like
guys for
working,
money.
please.
I never ask you guys for money.
Can you look at
If this
me in the
podcast
eyes?
blows up,
Look
I'm
at me in the eyes right now, folks. Do you want Chandran to lose their whimsy?
Do you want me to be poor and work too many
We're
hours?
already all poor. We're all poor. We're about
I
to
don't- I
downwardly
can't
Well,
mobile
Chandran's
bohemian-
wealthy. Chandran has a
I am
house.
wealthy. I
We're
shouldn't have a second
downwardly
job.
mobile bohemian intellectuals.
Exactly.
Y'all should
And you
honestly
should
live in the
support
house.
that
We should stop
lifestyle.
paying the mortgage on this. Like kill any cop who shows up to get rid of us.
Be my angles. I am your marks. I need more money. I'm writing
Exactly.
you this letter because I need more money.
That's what
I
I'm
cannot
saying.
work on my
man.
theories unless you send me more money.
Okay. Well, everybody, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Take care, and we will see you soon.
Bye
I love
bye.
you.